Yashodanandana Brajajanarandana Yamunatira हरिनाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की श्रील प्रभुपाद की श्रीमद् भागवतम की ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, 16th chapter, shloka number 37. And, okay. Chapter name is Jai and Vijay Kurt by the sages. Okay, let's do 37, last shloka of the chapter. So I'll do it. Okay. Vishvasya yah stiti layodbhava heturadyo Vishvasya yah stiti layodbhava heturadyo Yogeshwarerapi duratyaya yogamaya Yogeshwarerapi duratyaya yogamaya Shemam vidhasyati sana bhagavamstrayadhishas Trayadhishas, okay. Shemam vidhasyati sano bhagavamstrayadhishas Trayadhishas Shemam vidasyati sano bhagavamstrayadhishas Tatrasmadiya vimshrena kiyani hartha Tatrasmadiya vimrashena kiyani hartaha Vishvasya stiti layodbhava heturadhyo Yogeshwarerapi duratyaya yogamaya Shemam vidashyati sano bhagavamstrayadhishas Tatrasmadiya vimrishena Kiyan iharthaha विश्वस्य यः स्थितिर्लयोद्भव हेतुराध्यो योगेश्वरैरपि दुरत्यय योगमाया क्षेमं विदश्यति स नो भगवांस्त्रयादिश तत्रास्मदीय विमृशेन कियानि हार्था विश्वस्य हेतुराध्यो
तत्रास्मदीय विमृशेन कियानि हार्तः विश्वस्य यः स्थितिलयोद्भव हेतुराध्यो योगेश्वरैरपि दुरत्यय योगमायः क्षेमं विधास्यति स नो भगवांस्त्वधीशः तत्रास्मदीय विमृशेन कियानि हार्तः विश्वस्य स्थितिलयोद्भव हेतुराध्यो योगेश्वरैरपि दुरत्यय योगमाया क्षेमं विदास्यति स नो भगवांस्त्वधीशः तत्रास्मदीय विमृशेन कियानि हार्तः
विश्वस्य यः स्थितिलयोद्भव हेतुराध्यो योगेश्वरैरपि दुरत्यय योगमायः क्षेमं विदास्यति स नो भगवांस्त्वधीशः तत्रास्मदीय विमृशेन कियानि हार्तः
विश्वस्य यः स्थितिलयोद्भव
स्थितिलयोद्भव हेतुराध्यो योगेश्वरैरपि दुरत्यय योगमाया क्षेमं विदास्यति स नो भगवांस्त्रयोदश तत्रास्मदीय विमृशेन कियानि विश्वस्य of the universe yaha who sthiti maintenance laya destruction udbhava creation hetuhu the cause adyah the most ancient person yogeshwaraha by the masters of yoga api even duratyaya cannot be easily understood yogamaya with yogamaya potency shemam good vidhasyati will do saha he nah of us bhagavan the supreme personality of godhead triadhishaha the controller of the three modes of material nature tatra there asmadiya by our vimrashena deliberation kya what iha on this subject artaha purpose translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation: My dear sons, the Lord is the controller of the three modes of nature and is responsible for the creation, preservation and dissolution of the universe. His wonderful creative powers, Yogamaya, cannot be easily understood even by the masters of yoga. That most ancient person, the personality of Godhead, will alone come to our rescue. What purpose can we serve on his behalf? By deliberating on the subject. Purport: when something is arranged by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one should not be disturbed by it, even if it appears to be a reverse according to one's calculations. For example, sometimes we see that a powerful preacher is killed, or sometimes is put into difficulty, just as Haridas Thakur was. He was a great devotee who came into this material world to execute the will of the Lord by preaching the Lord's glories. But Haridas was punished at the hands of Kazi by being beaten in 22 marketplaces. Similarly, Lord Jesus Christ was crucified and Prahlad Maharaj was put through so many tribulations. The Pandavas, who were direct friends of Krishna, lost the kingdom. Their wife was insulted and they had to undergo many severe tribulations. Seeing all these reverse effects, devotees, one should not be disturbed. One should simply understand that in these matters, there must be some plan of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Bhagavatam's conclusion is that a devotee is never disturbed by such reverses. He accepts even this reverse condition as the grace of the Lord. One who continues to serve the Lord even in reverse conditions is assured that he will go back to Godhead, back to the Vaikuntha planets. Lord Brahma assured the demigods that there was no use in talking about how the disturbing situation of darkness was taking place, since the actual fact was that it was ordered by the Supreme Lord. Brahma knew this because he was a great devotee. It was possible for him to understand the plan of the Lord. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purports of the 3rd canto, 16th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled The Two Doorkeepers of Vaikuntha, Jaya and Vijaya, cursed by the sages. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnana Yutamena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Ishtapadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vikas Ishtapadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namani. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Okay. Vishwasya Sthiti Layodbhava Heturadhyo Yogeshware Rapiduratya Yogamaya Kshemam Vidashyati Sano Bhagavams Triyadishaha Tatrasmadiya Vimrishena Kyani Hartaha. My dear sons, the Lord is the controller of the three modes of nature and is responsible for creation, preservation and solution of the universe. His wonderful creative power, Yogamaya, cannot be easily understood even by the masters of yoga. That most ancient person, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, will alone come to our rescue. What purpose can we serve on his behalf? By deliberating on the subject. So, last shloka of this chapter, what do you call? Jaya Vijaya cursed by the sages. So, what's the point? What's the important learning from this shloka? Here Prabhupada writes that the Lord is a controller of the three modes of nature and is responsible for creation, preservation and dissolution of the universe. And he has wonderful creative powers. And it is very difficult to understand his activities. Correct, Allah? This is the point, right? It is very difficult to understand Krishna's actions. And in this purport, Prabhupada is writing that very important message for us. The message is that sometimes some things happen in the lives of the devotees, and those things may not be very positive. They may be very negative. even though you may be a great devotee or you may be practicing devotional service for a long time, but there may be something that might have happened, and you may be like confused. What is this? Why it happened with me? Like, for example, Prabhupada writes that Haridas Thakur was killed. He was a great preacher. Everybody knows, right? Haridas Thakur was beaten in how many places? 22 marketplaces. It's a big incident. Haridas Thakur, topmost devotee, and he was beaten in 22 places. How can that be possible? How can that happen actually? Because he's a devotee, great devotee. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is like Namacharya. Can we accept such thing to happen to some very great devotee? We can't even imagine that such thing can happen, but it happened. In Chaitanya Charitamrita it is mentioned. Such a great devotee. And then so many other devotees. Like, who are the other devotees who Prabhupada is mentioning? Haridas Thakur, and then Lord Jesus Christ. Prabhupada mentions Jesus Christ also, had regards for Jesus Christ. It's not just that in Sanatana Dharma, in our culture, we have great personalities. Other religions also, maybe they are not following Sanatana Dharma. There were very, very good people, priestly people, sadhus. They were accepted. In other religions also they have people. They might have not taken up Sanatana Dharma at that point of time, but they desire to take up that path. Jesus Christ, he was also brutally treated. For God, he sacrificed. He was crucified. Correct? He was the son of the God. They call him son of God. He's not God, but he's son of God. And who are the other examples? Haridas Thakur, Jesus Christ, and Prahlad Maharaj also. Similarly, in our Bhagavatam also, we see such a great devotee being tortured by his own father, and he had to undergo. And like that, so many we come across, different cultures also, not even in Sanatana Dharma, but other cultures also will find. In Roman times, Christians were tortured. Those who followed Christianity, they were tortured. But what is the plan? Here it is said that Krishna has different plans and we cannot understand. Now when these things happen, Prabhupada is writing that we should not be disturbed. Because what we should think in that situation? What we should think when such things happen, when we see such things happen to some good devotee, will you say, oh, how sad? It should not have happened. What do you think? Ideal way of thinking is what Prabhupada is writing here in this purport. He says, even in Bhagavad Gita also Prabhupada writes in that purport where 2nd chapter, what is that? Arjuna is asking Prajahati Yada, not Prajahati, what is that? What is the shloka where Arjuna is asking the question that what are the symptoms of a perfect devotee? What is that shloka? Stita pragyasya khabasha, stita samadhi sthasya keshava, stita dir kim prabhasheta, kim aseta vrajeta kim. Arjuna is asking good question. In the 2nd chapter he is asking, what is the symptom? Please tell me of a very God conscious, Krishna conscious person. And Krishna says what? What says? What is the first shloka? Prajahati yada kaman sarvan kaman manogatan atmanevatmana tushtaha stita pragyas tadochyate. One who is relishing himself inside, who is going inside. Atmanevatmana tushtaha. People go outside to enjoy, right? We always look for happiness outside, but Sthita Pragya, devotee is going inside. And 2nd shloka, what is the 2nd shloka? What is the 2nd shloka in which Krishna says, this is the real symptom. 2nd symptom is very relevant to us. In that purport also Prabhupada is explaining. What is that shloka? Can anybody remember? Dukkhesha anudvigna manaha sukheshu vigata sprihaha vitaraga bayakroda stita dhir muni ruchyate. What is the meaning? Dukkhesha anudvigna manaha sukheshu vigata sprihaha. Person is not disturbed when there is some pain. A devotee, I am talking about a very high level conscious. You can say pure devotee. He is not disturbed. Then what he will think when he has some problem? What do you think? When he has some big problem and there is like suffering coming on body or something, What a pure devotee thinks, Dukkeshu Anudvigna Manaha. So Prabhupada writes in the purport that he thinks that actually this suffering is very less for me. Krishna should have given more. But he just made it very small. Can we think like that? Anybody here who thinks like that? No. Immediately you'll say, Krishna, Pahimam, Rakshamam, please fix this problem. Let this problem run away from me. I should not face such problem. We will pray to Krishna to immediately free us from suffering. Generally, initially at least, everybody does it. We cannot say that. But that is our tendency. But the point is, in this shloka, Prabhupada is writing that we should not think like that. We should think it as Krishna's plan. We should have faith that it is Krishna's beautiful plan. Okay, clear? What we should have faith? That it is Krishna's plan. Now the question comes, I was thinking about this shloka and I was thinking about how to have such kind of a nishtha or shraddha. How to have. Because as devotees, can somebody tell me how your shraddha is coming? We believe in Atma, we believe in karma, we believe in punarjanma, we believe in Vaikuntha, we believe in Goloka, we believe in Krishna, we believe in everything. But nothing we have seen. No, nothing we have seen. Have anybody seen Atma? You are devotee, you say that I believe in Atma, but without any proof, without any evidence, without any something, how did you come to this conclusion that all these things exist? It's a big question actually. If you seriously think about this question, what will happen to you, you will become mad. Because you have no proof. पागल हो जाओगे. अगर आप ज़्यादा सोचोगे ना इसके बारे में, तो mental hospital को जाना पड़ेगा. Guarantee. But we don't think. Most of the times we don't think. We have some faith actually. But the question is, why do we believe all these things? How did this faith come into? What is the basis of our faith? This is the question today. Because all these things are all about faith. Now Prabhupada is saying, do this. We have to believe in Krishna's plan. Krishna is there. Krishna is the supreme proprietor, enjoyer, maintainer, destroyer. Okay, very nice. Everything. I believe. You also believe. But now the thing is, we have to somehow, our faith should not be just like blind faith. Is it blind faith, what you are believing? No, why are you saying it's not blind faith? What is the proof that it's not blind faith? Your faith is that somebody told you and you believe. Tell me, why it's not blind faith? Let me understand. What is your thinking? Why you call it's not blind? Because you never saw what is Atma, never saw who is Krishna. At least you cannot see, touch, taste, anything. Nothing you can do with your. Only thing is you can imagine, yes, it is there. But how is this faith coming? Why I cannot say that your faith is not blind? Prove that your faith is not blind. I'll accept that it's not blind, finally I'll accept. But if somebody says, Prabhu, your faith is blind, Prabhu, because you have no evidence. If you go and ask somebody who doesn't believe us, you'll say, my Shastra is there. Why don't you believe Shastra? He'll say, why should I believe? What is the proof? You practice it, then you'll get a feeling, you will get that experience. He'll say, why should I waste my time? My lifetime is so precious. Your experiment I'll do. So many years will pass, I get nothing. And then you'll say, Baba, what is this? He may say, right? Because generally we say practice and then you'll get experience. Pratyakshabagamam. You practice it, you'll get experience. Melodic how? Khud jaan jao. We tell like that. Ultimately we tell people that this is rasgulla. If you eat it only, you will taste it. Otherwise, how will you taste? So first eat it. But he'll say, I'll not eat. I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to believe all these things. But still, we have faith. But I'm asking, what is your faith? What is it based on? Why you are having faith? Tell, chalo.
Based on
Guru.
Guru has seen the absolute truth.
Guru has seen the absolute truth.
Yeah,
Oh my God. This is big goli. If you tell this to people, then they will say,
talking about Prabhupada.
that also you cannot say.
I can say.
Now, that is what. See, you have not sinned. You are believing somebody else's sin.
No, no. He has proved it, right?
But how is proved?
He has made the devotees who are lachas, they have become devotees. As it has been proved.
So you just because so many faiths are there.
Just now said, without tasting, how I'll get to know the taste. So you can see the example how he has made the devotees who are lachas, they are becoming
So many faiths are there. Islam is there. They are also having people. They are also preaching. They are also making people. They are all. It's more number of people than us. Islam, Christianity is there. Where is our Sanatana Dharma? Everybody is preaching. What is truth? We can say they are blind faith. You say they say we are blind faith. Whose faith is true? Whose acharya is telling the truth? How do we trust anybody? You cannot say.
Yeah, Paramatma also guides you.
Paramatma.
Yes.
Who is this Paramatma? Can you tell me the address of Paramatma? I want to meet him. You cannot tell all this. It is all cock and bull stories. Simple. No. This is like blind faith. You not seen Paramatma. Then you say, Paramatma is guiding me. Where is Paramatma? I have not seen it. How do you know? I have read it in the book. What is the proof that book is correct? We don't know. You have no evidence. You have no, but still we believe. The point is, all these things, cock and bull stories are there. I also say the same thing to people. But ultimately, this is not the answer. This is not the answer. We need answer. You also believed in something just not because somebody said something. It's not because Prabhupada said. This something else also is there. So many things are there which made us faith. Now the question is, how are we getting this faith? Shastra. Your book is Bhagavad Gita, their book is Quran, their book is some other book, their book is that. Who is true? We don't know. They say our faith is not proper. They say they are true.
Different processes are there.
Different processes are there.
Approach the like-minded people and what they are doing, we will be with them.
Yeah. So like-minded people go to like-minded books. You like such in books, you go there. But we see, ultimately the point why I'm raising this question is because our faith should be based on proper foundation. And we should understand our faith and we should try to increase our faith. But there is a science. It is not just that you heard something or somebody told something, I Paramatma, this, that. Nothing will work like that. Generally it will not work like that. But still we have faith. But why we have faith? Because we have some evidence. We have some proof. And we don't realize that we had a proof. We don't really understand. Oh, where is it? Because you are saying book. You are saying Guru. You are saying Prabhupada. You are saying that. You are saying this. Ultimately you come to Shastra. Because Shastra is saying all this Paramatma. All these things are coming from book only. You will say and ultimately book. But book is saying so many things. But no evidence na. No Paramatma evidence. No Atma evidence. No Karma evidence. No nothing evidence is there. But still we have faith. Still we have faith. Now I am asking again, how this faith comes. For example, I'll give an example to make you understand how we develop faith. For example, you go to an astrologer. You go to an astrologer. Right? Astrologer, Jyotisha. And then we have to believe, right? What he'll say is true or false. You have to believe. He will say, to create faith in his science, what he will do first? What he will do? Because we have to start believing, you have to pay some 5,000 rupees. But we will not pay unless we have faith in what he says. He's going to tell something about my future, I will trust him. How to trust? But he has to prove that, yes, he is trustworthy. What will he tell?
He'll tell about our past.
Yes, this is the point. This is the point. He cannot say tomorrow you're going to be like this, day after tomorrow you'll have money, you'll become successful. You'll not trust him. What is the proof that tomorrow it will happen? But immediately what he will do, he will tell, in the past, you were so and so age person, you had met an accident and your head got injured and you had to go to hospital, and then so many things in the past. You failed in this particular this. You had a bad period during this time and your father died at this time. Oh my God. And immediately you'll corroborate. Happens, right? Immediately you'll corroborate. And then, after that, you'll say, yes, I'll pay you. Because now you got some You didn't see anything. He didn't create any magic. He told something which was already existing in the past. And then it created what? It stimulated your faith. Are you understanding the point of how I am coming to this principle? If you don't understand, then you will just say all these things. Then you'll never have faith. But we need to, so that is the point. Then if you, then you'll pay, you'll say, I'm ready to pay 5,000, 10,000. Chalo, no problem. Then you'll pay and you'll get consultation. So, did you get evidence? Yes. That is the evidence. That is the evidence. You cannot say that this is not proper. You had corroborated. There's no, so in that way, now we have to come to our Shastra. Shastra, you come. Shastra also does the same thing to us. Shastra, Krishna is very intelligent. He knows we will not accept anything without substantial evidence. Some evidence has to be produced. Correct, na? We will not accept. Many people, they don't accept because nothing is visible, na? That's why they don't accept. If you show something like how I gave an example of an astrologer, immediately they'll say, I'll change. So similarly, Shastra is made for this. If you read Bhagavatam, are you being spoken about Krishna in the first canto? Are you being spoken? It comes in, where he comes? Krishna comes in person. Krishna, that glorious, beautiful Vrindavan, Mathura, all these things come in 10th canto. Why are these 9 cantos? To build our faith, to bring to conclusion. Now, how does it happen? If you come to 3rd, 4th, 5th canto, what do you see in that? Predominantly, there is explanation about what is that Rupa? What we call Vishwarupa? Yeah, that cosmic form of the Lord. You see cosmic form of the Lord? The Virat Rupa, or the cosmic form. 3rd canto. I'll give you some examples from our Bhagavatam through which this faith is being built. Krishna himself is, for example, from Bhagavad Gita you tell one example where Krishna is building our faith through an example, through proof. One shloka I can give immediately. One psychological, very nice proof. Krishna dhyayato vishayam pumsam sangaste supajayate sanga samjayate kamat krodho bijayate. Psychology is explaining how our psychology works. What is the meaning of this shloka? Krishna is saying that in this world when you live, dhyayato vishayan pumsaha. Dhyayato means when you contemplate on certain thing, what will happen? When you keep contemplating on one thing, what will happen? You become attached to that. And then attachment will lead to desire. And desire will lead to krodho bijayate. Desire, if it is not fulfilled, what will happen? What will happen if your desire is not fulfilled? You will become angry. And if it is fulfilled, it will become greedy. Oh, psychologically. Actually, what Krishna says is happening in our life. Proof. Whatever he says in Bhagavad Gita, it's a proof that it's happening. It's a proof. It's a proof that, psychologically we are experiencing the same thing. And then, basic example, proof Krishna is showing to us. What is the shloka? Can somebody tell second chapter of Bhagavad Gita? Dehinosmin is a very valid proof. Krishna is saying this proof will enhance, increase our Dehinosmin yatha dehe kaumaram yavvan. You say, how is it proof? Krishna says that kaumaram yavvanam jara tatha dehantar prapti. Kaumaram, small child, is when he is taken birth, small child, and the child body dies and it enters into, and then what body it takes? Kaumaram yavvanam. After the yavvanam body dies, jara. The body is one body we are living and accepting, another body and another body. And Krishna says after that, logically if you see, you have to take another body.
But
it's happening.
Society will not believe that.
No, I'm giving you basic example now. I'll give you advanced examples. Wait. We'll talk about, this is basic. See, the point is, basic only we are not able to understand. Basic example also, na? For example, to understand that we are soul is the foundation of spirituality, that also we didn't understand till now. What is the intention? Cosmology, if you see, now I will come to Bhagavad Gita, so many examples are there like this, which is Krishna is giving an indirect proof. To those who are intelligent, he will catch this proof and immediately they will increase their faith. Cosmology, for example. Cosmology, there is an explanation about the distance between sun and earth, sun and moon. Sun and moon, everything is explained. The duration of time, the details about, for example, Surya Grahan, Chandra Grahan, astronomy, astrology. So many things are there. And when we see these things in our Bhagavatam, and when we see the reality, then we see that the science is now discovering all these things. Already Bhagavatam has told it thousands and lakhs of years ago. It's already disclosed. It was already there, knowledge. These people have come out to know only now. It's matching with what we have. Science is directly matching. That means it's true. Whatever Bhagavatam says about the world is true. And the concept behind the whole world, Krishna explains. What is the concept behind every word? The whole word? Dukkhalayam ashashvatam. Krishna says. One is the practical cosmology. That's why cosmology, understanding samsara, we have to understand. Samsara means how these things are manifested. I have written some points actually. I can read so that it's very easy for me. About cosmology. Okay. Astrology. Okay. Now, distance between earth and sun, because I had one book I was reading yesterday. I was just taking some points from that. So, the point is, and then if you see in Bhagavatam 3rd, 4th, 5th canto, there is one very interesting, very special knowledge which will immediately stimulate your faith. What is that? Can somebody tell? One is cosmology, how these things created, and Krishna gives reason behind everything. This planet, Jupiter has 12 moons. 12 moons already there in Shastra. And Earth planet has only one moon. Science is saying the same. Oh, it's same. How many lakhs of years before our rishis and sages have discovered this? It's already in Shastra. That means it's true. Whatever Bhagavatam is saying, one by one proof is showing that truth, facts it is presenting. And when we read, oh, this is true, okay, this is true, everything is coming true. Embryology, how a mother gets impregnated, and then how the fetus come into being, and in the first week, second week, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, how the baby grows at different levels of stages, how the baby is growing. Everything is explained. And what is this? Krishna is showing the validity of the information, because we need something to hold on. We need some kind of a consolation for our mind. When we read Bhagavatam, we get very valid knowledge. Though it is not directly related to God, but the authority, the book from where we are getting knowledge, it is presenting good knowledge. It is presenting valid, truthful. Makes sense, no? Makes sense, right? He said, they he knows me. What is this they he knows me? But nobody understands. Understands cosmology, understand embryology, understand astronomy, understand botany. I'm not saying one thing. Understand chemistry. I can read one thing from this book. Nyaya Vaisheshika, one of the branches of our science, it speaks about atomic theory of matter, which now people are speaking. It was spoken long time back. It was spoken, and it is exactly validated by the modern science. Previously, the science was not needed to have faith. People used to believe, like they had some good intelligence. But now we ask questions. What is the proof? What is the proof? And then astronomy, the earth, the size of the earth, its axis, sunlight has 7 colors. And allegorically, actually 7 colors they say, but it's the 7 horses that pull, which represent the colors. It's already mentioned there. And then 12 signs of zodiac. In botany, it was mentioned that Aryans were already aware of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis now modern 30, 40, 50 years, maybe 100 years back they discovered or they copied from Shastras. And then they showed that, oh, this photosynthesis plants grow like this and all. But it was already there. And when we come across, when modern contemporary people who want evidence, they come across the Shastra and they correlate with science, it is the same thing. And the surprising part is lakhs and lakhs of ananta time it is coming, this knowledge. And we are surprised how accurate they are. How accurate they are. So, and ultimately, this is not what is the evidence. The evidence is that Krishna says, despite so grand setup, the whole world is based on the concept of dukkhalayam shashvatam. Is it not a fact? Krishna says, so nice, but it is dukkhalayam. And you see everybody, everywhere. That is also, you don't have to ask your neighbor to find out whether it's dukkhalayam or shashvatam. It is, you are experiencing the dukkha, and you are also experiencing temporariness of everything. And it is visible. It is you can experience it. Experience it. If you go deep, this is everywhere. Bhagavatam is giving evidence. You want proof? Come, chalo, sit. I'll show you the proof. I'll give you this knowledge. I'll give you knowledge. I have chemistry. Chemistry is there, and I will read. Mathematics was there. You may be knowing, right? You might have heard Vedic mathematics. Everything was there. Now there is nothing. Medicine and surgery. Okay, though the elements of Ayurveda were found even in Rig Veda, it is in the Atharva Veda that more detailed and systematic account is found. Treatment of diseases like leukoderma, leprosy, tuberculosis, jaundice, everything. Science of dentistry, human psychology, everything is there in our Shastra, and it's been there for like millions of years. And when we come across Shastra giving such valid knowledge, then we put our trust in that. Then what we see, first of all, we are seeing the Vastu. Vastu means the matter, and we are getting some knowledge that whatever Shastra is speaking about, a matter is true. The knowledge is valid, and then we focus our attention towards the unseen thing, which we cannot see. So many things, Atma and all we can, but we place trust on the process. We start believing. Our faith actually, every class, every lecture in ISKCON starts with this only. Give knowledge about what it's there. Bhagavatam also, from beginning to 9th canto, everything is like this only. You have to see all proof Krishna is stating. Take. So like that. That is the point. I don't want to go too much into all these things. What is the time? 6:20. Okay. Military science, mining and metallurgy, veterinary science. My God, all the things. I don't want to. Zoology. Everything is there. Already is there. Nothing is there which we have invented or discovered. It's there. And this is now this is the first point. What I'm saying, Bhagavatam itself, Krishna himself, Shastras themselves are giving us knowledge through which they are enhancing our faith. Like example I gave the astrologer, you go, but he told about the past. Krishna is also, before we put faith in him, in the process of devotion, in the process of bhakti, he is making a road plan for us to slowly. He could have told about himself, but we will not trust him. We will not trust all these unseen things. So he has to prove that, he has to give some evidence. So first is this one point. Okay, clear? First point is, what is the first point? What is the basis of our faith? What is the basis of our faith? First faith basis? Shastra. Now you are correct. You cannot just say Shastra, this, that. No. You have to say, explain. For somebody atheist is there, he wants to believe, but he cannot see. That's why he's not believing. Then we have to say, "Bas, okay, fine, no problem. You don't have to worry so much. We are going to tell you so many things, like astrology saying, I tell you about something, like this, from Shastra and science." And then he will definitely have better chances of becoming a theist. Not that everybody will become, but most of us have become like this only. And most of the times, new people will have not many doubts. Now I am saying, Prabhu, you have doubt, how is your faith foundation? These big questions come only after 30-40 years. Whether Krishna exists or not. If our foundation is not proper, then we will have doubts later. First of all, we have to clear our foundation. We have to put our faith Because many sannyasis in the past also, in Madhva Sampradaya, in other Sampradayas also, after many years, people got a shock. They stopped believing God. Even in ISKCON also, many sannyasis fall down. And then they leave the movement. And where is your faith? Where is your so much devotion practice that you put? Because it didn't yield any result. Why? Because your foundation was weak. So what is the first one? I said, faith is based on Shastra. Yes, Guru Sadhu Shastra. Everything is Guru Sadhu. But how to understand? What is the second one? Second one, there is another reason why we have faith. There is first is Shastra, and second one is, I heard this from one devotee, that it's sadhus, gurus and sadhus, who are there in all religions. All religion, all theistic religions that we come across, Islam, Christianity, any religion system, then you have but now how do sadhus give us faith? How do sadhus give us faith? In this purport I am linking now, see. How do sadhus sacrifice everything for Krishna? Prahlad, everything for Krishna. In this example, very nicely Prabhupada is giving example of Haridas Thakur. Haridas Thakur had so much faith that you cannot do anything to me. My faith in Krishna is so ultimate that you cannot touch me. You can touch my body, you can beat, but I will not experience any pain because of Krishna, because of that Supreme Lord. People see why they are so much, having so much faith, why they are able to sacrifice. Jesus Christ sacrificed. How they are able to sacrifice. So many sadhus in all different cultures, they have sacrificed for Lord. In Romans, in Christianity, in Islam, there can be so many examples of, if you go and see, if type martyr in martyr means those who have sacrificed themselves for Lord. Lot of sacrifice goes in all our acharyas also. For any example, can somebody think? I see, I didn't prepare about this, but this is the fact, sacrifice comes into picture and it creates more faith. When people see that first Shastra, then sadhus. Any example anybody remembers? The example is right in front of us. Haridas Thakur's example is there. Jesus Christ's example is there. And Krishna creates such circumstances. See, the point is, okay, sadhus are there. But how does this increase our faith? Krishna creates such circumstances where devotees sacrifice for Lord, and we see that and we develop more faith. Understood? Here Prabhupada is writing the same point. What is writing? Don't think that this is some ordinary incident. This is Krishna's plan. Why? Because when these things happen, when you see Haridas Thakur, what will happen to you? Is your faith increasing or coming down? Simple answer. What? श्रद्धा बढ़ रहा है, कम हो रहा है? भक्ति में, भक्ति करने का उत्साह में बढ़ रहा है हमारा. When we see sacrifice of devotees, Jesus Christ, when Christians remember that incident, their faith is increasing. In fact, when devotees sacrifice their life, the faith on the process increases. People become more attracted. When people get killed in some spiritual activities, and many people who observe, they start following. Many countries where religion was not there, in Japan for example, I heard that initially there was no religion when some people went and preached there, and they started killing people. And then people started believing more. Reverse it happened. They wanted to remove faith, the faith of people by killing them, but by killing them, what they did, they increased the faith of people. That is the Krishna's plan. Here also Prabhupada is mentioning that Krishna has plan. Krishna is giving us that higher faith in the process, higher faith in him. All these examples. समझ में आपको? श्रद्धा बढ़ रहा है हमारा. ये सब इंसिडेंट्स देख रहे हैं तो क्यों आ नहीं तो क्यों? Why should we have all such incidents where we don't feel good about having such? But yes, we see the sacrifice because they are committed to the process. First one is what? What I said? First one, Shastra. Second one is Sadhu, Guru, all the saintly persons. And I think I have one more. What is the third? I'll give only three reasons. It's enough for you. 5-6 reasons can also be given. What is the third reason? Can somebody guess? What increases our faith? sadhu, shastra, and one more thing is there. Can anybody guess? One more guess. Very important in our preaching. This is the most important point which bring in of parampara. This is the right answer. When people see that we are following some method of getting knowledge, some system is there. We are telling that this knowledge is coming in a chain of disciplic succession. Krishna is there, and then parampara, and it is being preserved in that. People, mostly in Western countries or in other countries, in India I am not speaking, but they like systematic. This is also very systematic presentation of knowledge. And when we see, that's why when we see Bhagavad Gita, what we'll say? To increase the faith of the person. This is parampara. That word parampara, I also use the same thing. This is, all are not bona fide because they are not coming in parampara. We have a bona fide parampara, and then the whole list is there. And then people trust systematic dissipation of knowledge. People trust it. It's intuitionally like the system is there. Our knowledge is also coming. Disciplined way it is coming. And we tell that when this system is there, then there is no dilution in the knowledge. We tell them that. And that increases faith. So our faith in Krishna, in anything which we cannot see, unseen things, are coming from these three foundational principles. One is Shastra. One is Sadhu, Guru Sadhu, Shastra, and last part of Guru Sadhu only, Parampara. These are the only three things. And the evidence is from Shastra. Shastra, all the 9 cantos of Bhagavatam, including if you see, Kali Yuga, go to 12th canto, evidence. Krishna is saying in Bhagavad, it's mentioned, Kali Yuga will be like this, people will start acting like this, politicians will cheat, and taxes will be levied, abortions will happen, divorces will happen. People will eat fetus. There will be so many. Everything is coming as it is. If somebody is atheist who wants proof, then we can show proof. 12th canto, you open exactly what you see now. It's mentioned 1,000 lakhs of years before. This is not pratyaksha. This is not pratyaksha praman. This is that logical praman which we need. On that basis, we put faith on the process of bhakti, on the process of a devotion. We have we are experiencing this every day, this proof. That's why we are here. Understand, huh? This is the three things. Guru Sadhu Shastra, sometimes we say Guru Sadhu Shastra is the ultimate, but we don't understand how Shastra. Shastra is giving praman. If not pratyaksha, Hanuman is giving. We are having Hanuman praman. We have inference. We can see. And it's not totally unseen also. It's seen. It can be seen. It can be experienced. That's why pratyaksha bhagavamam. Pratyaksha bhagavamam. We can experience it. How we are experiencing Shastra, what is saying? It has happened. It had happened. It is happening. You can see it through your eyes. You can experience it. What else you want? Praman. Krishna is giving full praman. And now what should we do? Now the question is, I'm telling so many things, but what should we do? What should we do now? That's why we need to study Shastra to increase our faith. We need to see the world. Samsara. We cannot ignore samsara and say, I want to understand Krishna. Because samsara, Krishna made as a proof for us. Samsara means dukkhalayam shashvatam. Everything is created by bhumi, rapo, nalo, vayu, kammano, buddhi. Krishna says, I created. And this is the details about all the elements. How these things work, how your mind works, how your desires work. How this, and yagya shishta shinashanto. What is that shloka? Where Krishna says that rain, everybody is dependent on rain. Rain is dependent on yagya. And yagya comes from, what is that? How it goes? Annad bhavanti bhutani, parjanya, anna sambhavaha, parjanyat. What is that? Can you complete? That is also proof actually. If you go and analyze this shloka, it is also, Krishna is logically saying, be in sync with the bird. Then you'll get food. First you'll get rains, then you'll get food. That is how Krishna is saying, system is there. Everything is systematic. You cannot say rains are just coming like this and food is growing. No, Krishna says, there has to be some dharma. If you follow dharma, then rains will come. Rains will come, means grains will grow. You have to see with the right perspective. Then you'll get proof everywhere. There is proof, unlimited proof in Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. So much proof is there. That's why we should study Shastra, and why we should, when we study Shastra, we also study the whole entire cosmic manifestation, how how the elements formed, how the cosmic system formed, how life formed, how living entities came into being, how this whole system is working, and this is evidence. This is true reality. We cannot remove this knowledge and believe in Krishna, because we cannot believe Krishna without understanding these things, because this is the proof to believe Krishna. To believe Krishna, we have to see the world, and we have to understand that this world is Dukkhalayam Shashvatam also. And that's why what we have to do, we have to thoroughly, systematically understand Shastra, increase our knowledge. So why did God make this world? Why did God make this world? The world is the proof for us. Whatever is there in the world, He is saying everything. Then we have proof. So that's why, so we have three. Our faith should always be based on three things: Shastra, Guru, Sadhu, and you can put it in, and then finally the Parampara system, and then so many miracles happen in spiritual life. People also believe Chamatkar. What is that very famous quote? Chamatkar ko Namaskar. They say in North, if you go, if you do some Chamatkar, they'll say Namaskar. Because just by showing Chamatkar, they will believe you. Actually, Chamatkar also works in spirituality. People trust because of the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did Chamatkar. What Chamatkar he did? What Chamatkar he did? Now also we cherish that moment where he went to Jharkhand. That is unbelievable. Harinam he distributed to animals, and we relish that. We relish that. We read that book and say how great it is, how nice it is, how beautiful, how wonderful it is, and our faith is increasing more. Chamatkar is also good sometimes. Shastra is there, miracles are there, sadhu is there, and also, what is there? What else is there? Parampara is there. So if you try to understand like this, then you can increase your faith. Then you will not have any doubt future whether did I follow the proper process. If you have evidence, then we will stick to the process. Otherwise, as you see many times, many devotees after many years of devotion also, they leave the process. Why? Because they have not understood, or they didn't get the proper faith based on proper foundation. And we cannot take risk. That's why all the Shastras, Prabhupada said, read my books, understand Bhagavatam, then you will have faith. By the time you come to 9th canto, your faith is very strong, then you enter. That's why Prabhupada said, don't read 10th canto, because people will not understand. Krishna is a cowherd boy, Krishna is beautiful, so many things he did. We cannot understand all these things because we have not kept our faith on this thing. So like that. So I hope this should help you, help me, and other things are okay. Atma cannot be seen, it still will be Atma, cannot be seen only. Despite the fact that you have unlimited faith, it will be still. But still we will have faith that Atma is there. Despite the fact that you didn't see it. Pratiksha is not there. Nobody saw. You didn't see, I didn't see. Anybody saw. Of course, Paramahamsas might have seen, but we have not seen, right? Our faith is based on what we experience, not what we experienced. What you experience, what I will get. You saw something, you ate gulab jamun, you experienced, I didn't eat gulab. So like that. So that is the point. So how many of you are reading Bhagavatam every day? Raise your hands. 1, 2, 3. Raise your hand nicely, everybody. One left hand, huh? No, right hand. Left hand. I am reading. No left hand, always right hand. Jai like this, not Jai like this. आप पढ़ नहीं पढ़ रहे हो क्या? आपका श्रद्धा बढ़ाओ, आग को जलाओ, तूफान को लेके आओ जीवन में भागवतम को पढ़ के. So now you know the technique. Actually, see, many times we read Bhagavatam. Do we read Bhagavatam from this angle? It's a proof. Where will I get the proof? No. Now you see Bhagavatam with that angle. How Krishna is beautifully presenting all the evidence and proof. Now you read Bhagavatam. Now see, the technique is different. Now you will not say Paramatma. Now you will say Bhagavatam mein kidhar hai. Okay, so see, I'm not trying to discourage some, I'm trying to encourage yourself and myself together to be immersed in Bhagavatam. And see, we have to read Bhagavatam with the right understanding. If somebody reads a book, we need to know what is the goal of the book before we read. Then only you can, for example, if you read Bhagavad Gita, how will you read Bhagavad Gita? You tell me. How will you read Bhagavad Gita? I'll read Bhagavad Gita. You'll not understand anything. If I say Bhagavad Gita's essence is surrender, if I tell, all acharyas speak like this only, that surrender is the goal, then you'll see Bhagavad Gita from that angle. That this Bhagavad Gita will teach me to surrender. Then from beginning only, Karma Yoga, Dhyana Yoga will not come into all this. Then how this is linked to surrender, which is the goal of Bhagavad Gita. Then it's easy for you to link. Otherwise you'll be lost in Karma Yoga, Dhyana, gone. Atma, Paramatma, you'll be lost. So don't be lost in lost. Find the goal. That's why even in bhakti also, what should we know? Should we know the goal before we practice the process, or should we not know the goal? I'm asking you a question. Should we know the goal or no? Should know the goal. So what should be the goal we should know? That Krishna Prem is the goal. Then we should start Sambandha. Correct, actually, that's true actually. See, full goal you cannot know, but at least as soon as somebody comes to our temple, where do we take him? Krishna is the Supreme Lord, we are servants. First we show the goal. Then we tell your Atma. Then we say Bhagavad Gita is there. Yeah, Dehinosmin Yatha. Therefore, we already showed the goal to him. Krishna is the goal. Because goal is needed actually. Some idea about goal. Without having any idea of goal, you cannot start process. That's why Guru Maharaj in one recent lecture, I'll tell you the lecture title also, you can go and cross check. This is Radha Katha Part 1. Radha Katha Part 1, where Guru Maharaj is very clearly explaining that the knowledge about preliminary goal is needed. That's why all the time we first present the goal little bit, and then we bring them back to the Sambandha, and then we give the process, and then after that the whole Prayojana is detailedly understood. Hopefully this made some sense. Everybody please kindly read Bhagavatam with the right perspective and increase your faith. Today it's become a long time. My another class I missed. 6:40 class I missed. They are waiting anyhow. Thank you so much. Any questions for me? I hope it was not very detailed, but I just tried to present something which might help you to understand. Do you have any questions?
You say something regarding in starting of Bhagavad Gita, Prabhupada mentions that if you ask who is father, only the mother can answer.
Yeah.
If you doubt the mother, then there is no way for the person to find out.
Yeah, that's okay. Mother is Shastra. Father is,
So
God is.
the evidence first we should start. So he mentions in starting.
So what is the
If a
question?
person asks the proof who is my father,
Okay.
means starting, if a person says I don't believe he is my father, means he is not eligible for that path.
Okay. So what is the question? I didn't understand your question. Answer is you are only giving answer.
If the people are asking proof, that means they are not eligible for spirituality at all.
See, that's what you're confusing. Again, repeat.
Prabhupada says in Bhagavad Gita while explaining shloka at starting, so if a person asks who is my father,
Okay, he will go to, wait. I understood. If somebody asks who is the father,
if he does not believe his mother that he is my father, then there is no way for him.
yes, that's
The
okay,
same
clear.
way, when we start, so this evidences all those things people don't believe. Shastras.
We believe mother. That is evidence for. So that like that only. That's what we discussed, right? Very good. I understood your point now. So ultimately, we need evidence. See, even the boy had to accept mother as evidence. Correct, na? Otherwise, how we will proceed? Similarly, we.
DNA only, not mother.
No, not DNA.
That's
Bullshit.
the present society.
That is, see, actually, if you go to mother, then mother will tell. If you want, I'll get you DNA also. Don't worry. Everything she'll tell.
No, present society
She-
is that, so means there are people are like that now. Now fetus you are talking about, me and Vidya, we went to a doctor, Bhaskar Shetty. So from Shastra only he's saying actually left side if it's girl child, right side some boy. He's not believing. Though it is said like that, but scientifically it is not true. Based on back strength, if it is not there, if it is moving, they will move, fetus will move like that. They don't believe. Though we say so many things, but the present society, they don't believe.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. I understood what you
We
said.
say it is as per
But-
Shastra, left side eating, right side eating, but they don't believe that.
Some people who are like, like grossly uneducated, some,
People are like that.
mostly if they are like that, then
Dukkha also people will not understand. In my office,
actually that's true what you said. Nobody will understand Dukkalayam also unless you are.
He told, I don't have any problem.
But Krishna has given this system, to follow to increase our faith.
So that's
This is
and like-minded people, it's okay. We will believe all this.
and it takes time also
Yeah.
to be like us, to come to this level. It takes time. Your question is there?
Questions? No, I feel it's first Guru, then comes Shastra.
Okay. You want to put Guru?
Because Bhagavatam came into existence, Vyasadeva wrote it.
Okay.
Because why did he write it? Why did he write it? Because he was not satisfied and Narad Muni, his guru, asked him to write it, then only he will get satisfied. So he had faith in his guru that he will get satisfied.
Okay,
So
you can
Shastra
say
came
that.
into existence.
Actually, Shastras are eternal. You cannot say that Guru created Shastra. Shastras are existing
No,
with
actually,
Krishna.
First faith should be on Guru.
Okay.
Then comes Shastra. There is
So Guru is the-
Charitamrita, where in Sriramagam, he was not going to read how Bhagavad
Okay.
Gita will be holding
So-
Bhagavad Gita and Christ. He was not knowing Shastra, but he was attempt to read it because his Guru asked him to read it. He had faith in his Guru.
And remember one thing, when you say Guru is manifesting the knowledge of Shastra. Understand that point. A Guru, if he doesn't speak from Shastra,
I totally agree
without
with you.
knowledge.
I totally agree with
That is the point.
But the first thing is, first you have to have faith in Guru. The
See,
line I'm telling
ultimately, Guru only will come into picture. Otherwise, who will tell that Shastra is there?
you came into ISKCON by reading Shastras.
No. Shastra.
By
Guru.
and so on. So first you have to faith.
Of course, that is
Then
true.
only it will come.
Yeah, this is technical thing, This is technical. It's that there is no, like, if you cannot strictly say hierarchy, but you have to understand the overall philosophy also. Guru is a practical demonstration. Like, there is one fundamental thing, there is one practical thing, there is one theological thing. A fundamental thing, Shastra always existed. But practically when it manifests, the knowledge, through Guru it manifests.
I don't
Right?
agree
Correct,
with what
Dalla?
you said, but the thing is, first you have to have faith in Guru, then only comes Shastra.
Guru, faith in Guru.
Guru, then only Shastra. Then only you come. You started doing after coming.
So you say that without Guru, you have to have faith.
No.
Guru.
You said first Shastra, then Sadhus, and I'm saying Guru, Sadhu.
I'm telling from fundamental point of view, not from practical point of view. Fundamental level, it is different. Practical level, of course, what you said is right. When you come to college, first you meet your Guru, then he tells about the books. Not that books will come and then Guru will come. That is practical way of having things into place. But fundamentally, the knowledge is already there. And Krishna manifests in the form of Guru to present that knowledge. Who is Guru? Guru is nothing but Krishna's manifestation of the mercy of the knowledge. Okay, Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Please keep this in mind in reading Bhagavatam and take full benefit. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki